Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Before we get into our cameras, take a second and subscribe to our channel, even if you think that our videos are not really good, you know, the content is not good, but whatever. You always can use our videos as a sleep aid right before bed. Saves you on Ambien, and therefore it deserves a thumbs up, so hit the like button also. Let's get started with our indoor cameras here. So we are replacing our Reolink C1 Pro. Now I was looking for a camera what's equal to the Reolink C1. It is a 4 megapixel camera and it don't have a zoom function, and I don't need the zoom function. I think the zoom function of the E1 you really need only if you have that thing sitting in a warehouse or somewhere where you really need to zoom in. My only reason to go with the E1 Zoom is that's the only one of the E1s what supports FTP upload. And that's important for me because I upload to an internal FTP server. So with the E1 Zoom, it's a 5 megapixel HD camera basically. It's wireless, 2.4 and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, pan, tilt, zoom, and yeah, you have an SD card option just like in our old C1 Pro. I also have two RLC 410Ws on the outside of the house what are working perfect. This is not an advertisement for Reolink. I'm just showing here what works for me, and I really didn't have any big issues with this brand. However, they can change anytime, you know me. So let's open the box and take a look at the hardware. Let's see what we got in here. Probably the setup instruction, similar to our C1 Pro. Operational instruction manual, and we have to have a look in a little while. This is to drill a hole for the mounts and a sticker. Moving on. Here's a smaller box with hardware. And this is the power cord. I see already a difference to the C1 Pro and some mounting hardware, some screws, and the camera. Here is the bracket. I saw a couple things what I don't like on this Reolink camera compared to the old one. The first one is the mounting bracket. Where did I put it now? It's so small you can lose it. The first one is this mounting bracket. Where you mount this camera. Just like that. Compared to the C1's screw-on mounting bracket. but it's a lot sturdier and more usable, I think. The second, if I have Wi-Fi issues or slow Wi-Fi, I don't have it, but the C1 Pro had an Ethernet port. The E1 Zoom and none of the E1s have Ethernet. They are all pure wireless. And the third one, what I don't like, it has a 5-volt power supply with a proprietary connector. The C1 Pro had a micro USB connector. Let's get started. Plug the camera in, configure it, but before we do it, I have to install that SD card. And so it starts. This is the micro SD card, and it is not easy. You gotta make sure it's all the way rolled up. Is it in? I don't know if it's... It was not seated. Did you see that? The camera, the SD card jumped out. You gotta make sure you seat that. You gotta hear it clicking. So let's try that again. And it's really... Now it is in it. To get it out, you probably need some tweezers or something. Push it in a little bit and pull the card out. Okay, let's plug it in. See that we get it configured on our network. Okay, let's set it up in our app. These are, like I said, I have the app already. I have 2 outside cameras. Now I'm gonna see if I can scan this code. Well, it's not easy. Okay, it found it. Wi-Fi is not configured, so we configure the Wi-Fi. We hear that ding sound. So next, we enter our Wi-Fi ID. So we have the Wi-Fi ID in here. And we see what happened. So we have to let the camera scan. Whoa.
Camera is connecting to your router. Please wait. Connection to the router succeeded. Welcome to Reolink. Connection to the router succeeded. Welcome to Reolink.
Okay, it wants me to create a password. So let's give it a password. Now we name the device. Finish, and so it's finished and the camera is here. So the camera I configured on the app on my Android phone, and now I want to add it here to my iPad also. So I'm gonna plug the camera in, tries to connect it. It takes a long time. Maybe I have to set the password. Incorrect password. Now we set the password. So we added the camera to the iPad. Now you see that fisheye look this camera has, but you can get rid of it probably with the zooming. Here you can set your quality. You can talk. Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
I get the echo now because I'm right next to the iPad, so.